Hi everybody, as promised, here's the second part of my Zombicide Season 2 expansion set. This is Prison Outbreak. This can be played as a game all on its own, or you can add the Toxic City Mall to it, or if you really want to have a huge scenario with loads of zombies and loads of survivors, you can add the original game to it as well. So what this video is going to be is the same as the last one. It's just going to be showing you all the contents, what comes in the box, going over a few of the different rules used in this game, different from the other one, and basically just giving you a good idea of what you're going to get if you haven't already got it, so you can see what you're going to get. And as usual, what I said in the last video, this will be uploaded onto both my YouTube channels, so depending on which channel you're watching, I'll put a link to the other channel in the description below. So what does it come with? As you can see, a lot. So we'll start with the game board. This comes with 9 double-sided game boards. I'm not going to show you all of them because you'll probably get a little bit bored of it. So this is obviously a prison. As you can see, going round the exercise yard is barbed wire. I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute. And on the other side we have the cells inside the prison. To show you another one, randomly pick one out of the middle here. Here's a bit more of the prison. Great artwork on this. And there's the other side, some more cells again. So you get 9 of those. You also get your standard boring dice. Being a Kickstarter backer on this game, I've also got some different coloured dice on the way. There's been a bit of a hold up on one of the containers with some of the extras, like the extra characters and a few other things like dice and the dogs and the zombie dogs. When they come through, which will hopefully be in a couple of weeks time, I'll do a quick video on that as well. As with Toxic City Mall, you've got the new style experience markers that you put on your character sheets. These have got the skull type bit on them, so they do move over the card a lot easier. Onto some of the tiles. As you can see here, you've got your different coloured zombie spawning sites, same as the previous Toxic City Mall. You've got different coloured doors. This is mainly for the jail. You've got broken barbed wire markers. Now with the barbed wire, if I can find one with barbed wire on it, here we go. On here, this gives you a new mechanics to the game. Barbed wire, you can see through it and you can shoot through it, but zombies cannot walk through it. The only zombie that can walk through this is the Abomination. What this will do is, if you've got, say, 3 or 4 survivors in here and you've got zombies all around, because the zombies can actually see the survivors, they will all move towards the barbed wire, but they cannot get to you. So you could have a lot of zombies congregating around the outside here while you're in here running about doing whatever you're doing. The danger being, if an Abomination comes through and smashes through here, you will have to put a broken barbed wire tile on, then all the other zombies will just come pouring through. So that's just a little bit of a different mechanic. This is a security gate, which when flicking these switches, got different colour switches here for different things, like different coloured doors like these here, or the white ones might be used for this or whatever, depending on the scenario. This actually spins round, so you can change direction and go different ways. That's double-sided. This marker here, I believe, is for the born leader skill. So if you've got a character with a born leader skill, you put that on him to show that you've got it. Over here, very familiar counters here that you've seen in the original games. You've also got a watchtower or a guard tower. Now with this, the survivors can go up the ladder into the guard tower. Zombies cannot follow them, and you can shoot from distance here at zombies. The only disadvantage being with berserker zombies, which I will talk about in a little while, you cannot actually kill them from this, because berserker zombies you've got to attack in melee only. Cannot shoot them. So if you've got a load of berserker zombies down below, they're all going to congregate around this tower, and at some point you're going to have to go down. So that's something that you have to be aware of. You also get 3 new cars. You get from the original game, you've got the Pimperbill, which you can search for special weapons, and you've also got the police car from the original one, which you can search, keep searching until you get a weapon. You also get taxis in this one. Now taxis, I believe you search the same as a room, so you just pick up whatever search item card comes up. You've also got a Hippie-mobile. With this, it's the same as a Pimp-mobile. You search this for special weapons, but the Hippie-mobile cannot be used to mow down zombies, whereas the Pimp-mobile can. And also, I think there is another one. Yeah, there it is, the muscle car. You cannot search the muscle car, but the muscle car can move 3 zones instead of 2. All the other cars can only move 2. This moves 3. On the back of the tower, you've got a separate room which you can just add to the board wherever you want. So that's just a little bit about some of the tokens. There's some more doorways here, things like that. Right, onto the cards. You get loads more spawning cards for normal zombies, but if you notice here in this top corner, you've got this symbol, which means these are berserker zombies. Now luckily berserker zombies don't get any extra activation cards, and they do not spawn on manhole covers. They just spawn normally, but I will talk a little bit about these in a minute when I show you the figures. You've also got loads of wound cards, because obviously zombivores are used, and you get loads of equipment cards. Now you get quite a few cards that have been used in the previous games, like the Molotovs, some of the food, like canned food, and you do get some newer cards which I'll show you now. Here we have an automatic shotgun, very powerful. It's 3 dice, only 4 or more to hit, and it can kill fatties. Here we have a gun blade, which can be used at close range or at distance, depending what you're using. Depends on how many dice you roll, but this will also kill a fatty. Here we have a hatchet, which is a standard sort of melee weapon. It's 1 dice, but you only need a 3 or more, which isn't too bad. Claw hammer, much better than the hatchet. It's 3 dice, but it's 5 or more to hit. But it's 3 dice to use. That's pretty good. Here's the good one, the concrete saw. It's 3 dice, 5 or more. But this will kill an abomination. So you've got another weapon now, other than the Molotov, that will kill abominations. I think there is a weapon, I can't remember offhand, I have to check back on the video, but I think there is a weapon in Toxic City Mall that will kill abominations as well. Here we have a meat cleaver, pretty standard melee weapon, but it will kill a fatty, so it's quite handy to have. The kukri, which is a Gurkha knife, again pretty standard hand-to-hand weapon, 1 dice, but it's 4 or more. Here we have a nail bat, and if I show you these together, you've got nails. If you search and find nails and get a baseball bat, you can combine them together to form the nail bat, which is 2 dice, 3 or more, and this will also kill a fatty. So that's another good weapon to get your hands on. Here we have a nightstick. This essentially replaces the pans from the original game, and it's a bit better. Instead of 6 or more, which is what the pan used to hit, it's only 4. Here we have a riot shield, which if your survivor has got it, it basically gives him the tough skill. He can ignore the first hit, or you can discard it to prevent a wound. So if you get hit twice, rather than take 1 hit, you discard this and you don't take any. And finally, the wakizachi, which is very similar to katana, but it's obviously a smaller blade. It's a knife, and if you've got the katana equipped when you're using this, you gain 2 extra dice for the katana. So that's some of the dice, the cards. Here we have the rule book. If you know the rules for the original game, you can ignore 85–90% of this, because it's just going over the rules that you already know, and obviously adds a few extra rules that I've just explained a few of. It also tells you about the new zombies, and you have the 10 different scenarios in the back. The first few are used with Toxic City Mall, I think, if I remember rightly. Well, you can use, Toxic City Mall. Some of the scenarios here are used with, and then just Prison Outbreak on its own. But obviously a good thing about this game is you can make up your own. Here we have the character cards. You've got 6 new characters. You have Belle with her Zombicide, Joshua with his Zombicide, Grindlock, which is a character I'll probably use because I'm a heavy metal fan, Zombicide. Here we have Kim and her Zombicide, Shannon and her Zombicide, and here finally Watts. Not 100% sure who these people are modelled on. Without further ado, sorry about the bad camera work, move on to the zombies. You do get standard zombies, which are the same as the original game, but the sculpts are different. And you get berserkers. So I'll show you just a few of the sculpts because there's a lot of them. Standard walker, male walker. These sculpts are much better than the originals. Oh, as I stated in the last video, the original sculpts are still good, but these are much better. A little bit more detail involved. I will get these painted at some stage. Another type. Camera's not really picking it out very well. Let's say when they're painted you'll be able to see them a lot better, because I will post another video on that. My Toxic City Mall zombies are being painted at the moment, so I should get them back within a week or so. Here's the fatty. Different this time, it's a female fatty. Great that Guillotine Games have done that. And here are the runners. Not too keen on this one. Obviously look a little bit better when it's painted, but not too keen on that one really. And the slightly better runner is this one here. And of course you've got your Abomination, which is exactly the same as the original Abomination, just a different sculpt. And then we have berserker zombies. Now these are different because with these you have to kill them in hand-to-hand combat. You cannot kill them from a distance. The fatties do still spawn with 2 walkers as company, so there's no difference there. Some very good sculpts on these. You've got runners as well with these, as well as walkers, so can be a bit nasty. There's not too many of these, so I'd advise going out and buying another set, which is what I haven't done yet. I wish I'd done that with a Kickstarter, but I didn't. But I will get another set of these. There's the female. I think these are more like prison guards. Well, they were prison guards. And finally, the Abomination. Now this guy is a little bit different from the other Abominations. He can actually move 2 zones instead of just 1. And that will be deadly in the game. And now finally moving on to the survivors. Here we have Joshua. I think this guy is based on someone who actually has something to do with the game. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he does. And here's his survival. People out there, let me know who these characters are supposed to be. Here we have, I believe this is Kim. And her survival. Again, because of the colour of the plastic, it's a bit difficult to pick out the detail. But as I keep repeating myself, when they're painted, you'll see them a lot better. Here we have Watts. I believe there are some other characters from the Big Bang Theory coming out for this. I think they're on the special survivors that you get through Kickstarter, which I have got on order. This is his survival. Here's the guy that I will be probably using a lot, as I said before. This is Grindlock. There had to be a heavy metal freak in this game at some point. There's his survival, which doesn't look much different from his normal version, really. That's my battery running low. Here we have Belle. I think she's like a parkour type character. Trying to get through this quick now because my battery's going to run out any minute. And there's survival. And finally, Shannon. Quite a nice colour plastic. And there's survival. And they look almost identical as well. Can't tell that it's a survival, but you will do when it's painted. So, there you go, just a quick sort of look round the contents of Prison Outbreak. I say the next Zombicide video I will do will be of the painted Toxic City Mall figures, and then I will do a playthrough with Toxic City Mall and the original game. These figures will then be painted up, and I will do a video on them when they come back, and obviously a playthrough of Prison Outbreak. Just another little thing to mention with the survivor cards, the special abilities that they start with are quite a lot different from the other characters that you're used to seeing. But I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'll let you get the game and you can see for yourself. or when you watch me playing it, you'll find out then. So I hope this hasn't been too boring for you. If you haven't got the game, maybe this will help you decide whether you're thinking to get it. And then when I do the playthrough, you can see how this one works. So until my next video, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.